I have a confession to make, but please don't tell my boss. I've been making YouTube videos on computer science for the past year. How-tos, projects, and even stories of people breaking production, but I don't have a computer science degree. I never have. I'm not making this video to talk about how I struggled with coding in school. I'm making it to show you that anyone can learn programming. Over the past 3 years, I worked in vehicle software. I've built upwards of 6 new connected vehicle technologies and filed over 10 patents, all without a computer science degree. I know that all of this is possible for you too. So how do you get started? To address the elephant in the room, if you don't have a computer science degree, your default starting from a disadvantage. Your direct competition are students who have taken 4 years not only to learn the basics of computer science, but specialize in the areas that they want to work. This may seem scary, but know that it's okay. A lot of them probably did more drinking than studying. Before you can go off and build projects to showcase your skills, you need to go learn 2 things. 1, computer science basics, and 2, what area of programming interests you. The basics speak for themselves. You can't paint the Mona Lisa if you don't know how to paint. You don't need 4 years like computer science students, but rather I recommend you take this one course. CS50, Introduction to Computer Science by Harvard. This online course is widely known as one of the best introductory paths to CS, and it's completely free. It'll teach you how to approach computer science problems, learn programming basics, and by the very end, you'll actually have your first project complete under your belt. As you go through the course, pay attention to what aspect interests you. This leads me to step 2, finding what aspect interests you. Computer science is huge, and while in itself this is great for tons of opportunity, it's really scary when starting out. Each role in computer science is completely different. A front-end developer does not have the same skills as a machine learning engineer, and a cybersecurity specialist probably can't do the same things that a robotic controls engineer can do. Take some time and really think about what aspects you enjoy while you take that CS50 course, and as you go through your programming journey in general. In terms of pay, I found this webpage that lists the average salaries per title based around different aspects of computer science. As you find one or multiple areas that you're interested in, it's time to dive in and start a project. Step 2, build more projects. The coolest part about working in tech nowadays is that projects start to become your own resume. With one project already knocked out due to the CS50 course, your next step is to add projects onto that portfolio. You have a few different ways of going about this. First way is using YouTube as an inspiration. YouTube has so many incredible programming channels where developers have made projects that have actually landed them jobs. These videos not only showcase what those developers can do, but they also give you step-by-step instructions on how to build them yourself. Once you understand it and have replicated it yourself, add some of your own flair to it. That additional flair shows that you could add on to something rather than just replicate. The second, and my personal favorite way of finding project, is solving your daily problems with code. Get out a pen and paper, and every time you ask yourself a question throughout the day, write it down. After a while, you'll realize how many problems you solve consciously or unconsciously. Some of the questions, such as how much should I tip, can be turned into projects. This process may sound tedious, but it not only will make you a better programmer, but a better problem solver. Part 3. Become a better problem solver. Regardless of workplace, industry, or seniority, the best programmers are the best problem solvers. A strong engineer is able to take any problem that is given to them as an assignment and solve it without any sort of guidance. A great engineer, however, is able to dive into a product and identify a problem themselves, and then solve it and prove the solutions without any sort of guidance. Without being tied to any sort of company, you have a really cool advantage here. In order to set yourself apart, your job now is to identify a problem and solve it, and document your process throughout. The way I go about doing this is something I like to call digging a deep hole. Think about every topic of engineering as being a hole. The more you learn about a topic, the digger the hole you dig. Rather than digging all the holes to a small extent, or in this example, learning all of the industries a small amount, pick one and dig into the topic as much as you can. Try to learn the industry standards and why things are done a specific way. As you learn, you'll probably find a problem within the niche. Let me give you an example. In web development, the very foundation is building a web page. Web pages are viewed on both desktop and mobile devices. When you build them using either Grid or Flexbox, they appear differently on both devices. Once you realize this, you don't necessarily see a way to visualize both of them at the same time while developing. Herein lies a problem which could require an innovative solution. Continual process of asking yourself, how can this be better, will take you far. Now, we need to get your skills known. Marketing isn't just for the business pros. As engineers, we don't talk about marketing very much. But without a CS degree, marketing yourself becomes one of the most important skills. If nobody knows who you are or what you can do, you'll never land a job with somebody. Recruiters are always looking on social platforms for the next great candidate to pull into their company. You need to hang out where they hang out. So where do you start? Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube. Most people don't get started posting on social media because they don't think they have something important to say. Without technical knowledge, you may feel your opinion is irrelevant. but you have something that nobody else on the internet has, and that's your perspective. As you build project after project, you will come across problem after problem. When you encounter one of these problems, write down how you solved it and then share that to social media. It is very likely that someone else out there will encounter the same problem that you have. And now with your answer being documented on the web, your name is tied to a solution. It improves your technical credit as well as gets your name known. The more you speak, the more likely someone will come across you. And when someone comes across you, you'll likely get the opportunity that you're looking for. Throughout the process, share your wins and share your losses. If you have questions and don't know how to solve things, share questions. You ultimately end up building your own social media brand. It is possible, and I know you can do it. So with all that being said, it's up to you. Take these words, put them to use, and I can't wait to see the projects that you build. If you create a social media brand, tag me, and I would love to follow along. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps me out. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.